This is the third lesson of a series I created about overcoming depression in the workplace. I'd like to start off this lesson by asking you a question. Are you happy with what you have today? Are you happy where you are in your life? Are you happy with the people around you? Pamilya mo, katrabaho mo, neighbor mo, kaibigan mo, o yung mga opportunities na pinupursue mo ngayon? Or have you been praying for God to take you somewhere else? Give you better friends, give you a better boss. Karamihan ng tao today hindi masaya kung nasaan sila at kung anong meron sila. Kaya most of them would ask, what if? What if I married someone else? What if I was born to different parents? What if I was born in another country? What if I have a different job or maybe another business? Sa kaka-what if nila, they eventually leave the place of their birth para makipagsapalaran sa ibang bansa. They would separate from their spouses, hoping to find someone better. And they would resign from their jobs looking for a better boss or another opportunity. Nagagatungan pa ito by business coaches sa internet who would often tell people na if they stay where they are, walang mangyayari sa kanila. So sabi nitong mga business coaches na to, we should be willing to take risks and leave our comfort zones. Alam mo, whenever I hear this idea from so-called business experts, I cannot help but ask, bakit? What's wrong with where I am comfortable today? Masaba ba to enjoy a simple life in Bukidnon? Should I go to Manila to find a better opportunity? Hindi ba pwede ako yumaman or to have a good life where I am today in my comfort zone? Kasi naniniwala ako, even if I am in my comfort zone, if I continue to just be better and grow my business today, can't I not live a good life kung nasaan ako today? And I am asking you the same. Do you have to leave your comfort zone in order to pursue a better life? Bakit parating feeling na lang ng tao that there is something better elsewhere? Why can't they see the beauty and the good in what they have already and where they are? So marami ang iniwan ang lugar na kinalakihan nila, yung iba iniwan ang asawa nila. While most young adults today hop from one job to another, they are looking for this perfect partner and perfect opportunity. Pero may tanong ako, meron ba nun? Is there such thing as a perfect partner and perfect opportunity? Alam mo, one day I was in YouTube looking at different stories and I stumbled on the story of a Filipino living in Canada who was an Uber driver and he was being interviewed. Sabi niya he grew up in Mindoro and 20 years ago daw he graduated from medicine to become a doctor. Pero feeling niya during that time walang yayaman na doktor sa probinsya. So he applied to be a medical doctor in a big shipping company. Naging seaman siya. Pero malungkot sa dagat. So he decided to move to Saudi Arabia to become a medical practitioner. Hindi na doktor, pero just a practitioner. Pero it was good because the pay was high. Pero after a while, he realized na ultimately matatapos ang kontrata niya sa Saudi. And ayaw niyang bumalik sa Pilipinas kasi wala raw stability dito. So naghanap siya ng isang lugar where he can settle down and raise his family. So he and his new wife decided to migrate sa Canada. Pero since he cannot practice medicine doon kasi yung lisensya niya sa Pilipinas hindi tinatanggap sa Canada, nag-Uber driver siya. Sabi niya, okay naman daw, pero kailangan talaga niyang kumayod. Kung hindi daw siya sumugal, hindi niya makakamit ang buhay na pangarap niya sa Canada. Nung pinapanood ko yung storya niya, nalulungkot ako. Kasi hindi niya nakita ang potensyal ng pagiging doktor sa Mindoro. Alam mo ba that if he stayed in Mindoro, he may have become the go-to doctor doon ngayon? Kasi after 20 years, Mindoro has progressed a lot. And karamihan ng mga tao sa Maynila and mga foreigners would migrate to the province to find a simpler, better life. Often lang ang mga tao hindi makapag-antay. Gusto nila ng mas mabilis na progress. While he may be in a progressive country, Canada, being an Uber driver is definitely a regression on his career. Para sa akin, ang problema ng marami today that causes their depression is that they do not see the good in their situation. Often, we only see the bad. Friends, if God is all powerful and in control, does He have the power to give you the perfect opportunity? Of course, di ba? Pero ang tanong, kung kaya niya tayo bigyan ng perfect opportunity, bakit niya tayo linalagay sa imperfect situation? Let me explain what I mean. When you married your spouse, what kind of life did you dream of? I am sure you dreamed of a blissful future. You would imagine a sweet and loving home. Ganyan ba kayo ngayon? Kung happy ka today, huwag kang mag-alala. Gugulo din yan and mag-aaway din kayo. Now, I don't want to discourage you, but I want you to know that walang perfect marriage and darating din yung panahon na you will ask, what if? You will start to doubt your situation. Sabi ko kanina, ang problema ng maraming tao, hindi natin makita yung beauty ng sitwasyon natin. Pag dumating tong what if question, what should we do to appreciate what we have already? Sabi ng Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 and 9, finally brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is any excellence, and if anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things. The things that you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you. When you finally ask the what if question in your marriage, you need to remember the good qualities of the person you married. Of course, you'd ask, no, what if I married someone else? Pero may tanong din ako sa'yo. Supposing you married someone better, hindi ba darating yung panahon na magkakaroon din kayo ng problema? Will you ask the what if question again? Friends, instead of dwelling on what is wrong with your spouse, with your boss, and with your situation, you should train yourself to look for the good in all of them. In one of my blog, I said na walang kulang na sweldo. Alam mo, ang daming nagalit sa akin kasi naniniwala sila na kaya malit ang sweldo nila, unfair yung employer nila. Dinadagdagan daw yung trabaho nila pero hindi ang sweldo. So I explain na kaya dinadagdagan ang trabaho mo kasi kailangan makita ng boss kung kaya mo gawin yung trabaho bago niya taasan yung sweldo mo. Sabi ko sa kanila, ang sweldo bayad sa nagagawa mo, hindi sa posibleng magagawa mo. Pero karamihan nagrereklamo, dapat daw pag dinamihan ng trabaho, taasan kaagad ang sweldo. They only saw the bad in the situation, not the opportunity to learn and earn more in the future. Pag tinanggap mo yung dagdag na trabaho and pag ginawa mo ng tama consistently, the boss will have to pay you higher. Kasi kaya kanya dinagdagan, naghahanap lang siya ng magaling na tao and ikaw yung pinili niya. Friends, why does God put us in difficult situations and give us imperfect bosses and partners? I'd like you to consider what Psalm 119 verse 71 says. Sabi ng psalmist, it is good for me that I was afflicted, that I may learn your statutes. Grabe no, yung nagsulat nito parang labo naman ito. It is good for him daw to be afflicted. Ikaw ba, do you want to be afflicted? Do you want to go through sufferings and difficulties? I'm sure ayaw mo. Pero do you know that God will let you go through afflictions kasi love ka niya and He wants you to be a better person? He will not give you the opportunity or partner you want. Because He loves you, He will give you the opportunity and partner you need. Yung bang opportunity and partner who will expose your weakness and who will help you to correct them and be a better person. When you married, you promised that you would love your spouse in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad. When you made your vow, did you give any condition? Wala, di ba? So to perfect you, to make you the kind of person God wants you to be, God will use your spouse to give you a chance to keep your promise. When your spouse becomes very unloving, di ba it is time to apply your vow? I will love you in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, especially when you are unlovable. He will allow your spouse to grow you as a person so that you may be ready for good opportunities in the future. Alam mo ba na lahat ng ayaw mo sa Mrs. or Mister mo just exposes your weakness? Alam mo ba na pag pinagalitan ka ng boss mo, pinapakita niya sa iyo kung ano kulang mo and kung ano ang kailangan mong ayusin? Kaso lang oftentimes, ang tingin ng Mister or Mrs. ang may problema, yung kabila, yung partner. Karamihan ng empleyado, ang feeling nila ang may problema, yung boss nila, hindi sila. Tapos sabi nyo, kung mabait lang sana sila, babait din ako. The reason why many people get depressed is because gusto natin ang magbago ang palibot natin. Feeling natin na kung maganda ang palibot natin, babait tayo. We justify our bad attitude by using the flaws of the other person and the difficult situation we are in. Kaya hindi matapos-tapos ang gulo ng buhay natin. Friends, in order to overcome depression, we should start to see the good in the people around us in the situation we are in. Kaso lang tayo mga Pilipino, we often see the wrong around us and not the wrong inside us. When you were looking for a job, did you ask God to give you one that will help you build a good future? Did you tell God na sana Lord, it will prepare me for a good business of my own? Pagdating mo sa trabaho, binigyan ka ng boss na lahat na lang nang nakikita yung mali mo, tapos ang liit pa ng sweldo. So naggalit ka at iniwan mo yung trabahong binigay sa iyo ni God to look for something better. Paglipat mo, ganun na naman. Mamaya-maya, because paulit-ulit, na-depress ka at nagalit ka pa kay God kasi feeling mo He did not answer your prayer. Friends, I need you to realize God answered your prayer. When you pray that God will give you a job that will help you grow as a person and prepare you for a good future, He gave you a boss who will expose your weaknesses to prepare you for your own business. He gave you a small salary to teach you how to make do with little kasi pag nagnegosyo ka na, wala kang sweldo in the first few years. Ang naunang kumuha ng sweldo, empleyado mo. You will have to find ways to make the most of what you have. The reason people get depressed is because they only see the negative in their situation, not the good. We often dwell kung ano ang kulang, hindi kung ano ang meron na. Gusto natin pag binigyan tayo ni God ng opportunity, yung kompleto, kasi ayaw natin na tayo ang nagdadagdag. Gusto natin yumaman, pero ayaw natin maghirap at magtrabaho. Do you know that if God gives you everything you want, it may become a curse to you. Supposing He gives you the perfect job and the perfect spouse, pero masama ugali mo, what do you think will happen? Will you become a better person? Of course not. Kung hindi mo baguhin ang masama mong ugali, sisirain mo lang yung perfect na regalo ni God sa'yo. Friends, we often pray for perfect opportunities and perfect relationships. Pero walang ganon. There is no such thing as perfect opportunity or perfect boss or perfect spouse. What you will find are opportunities and relationships with the potential to become perfect. The one who perfects the situation is not God, kung hindi ikaw. But before you can do this, before you can perfect the situation you are in, you need to see the good in what God has already given you. Wag lang yung kulang, wag lang yung masama. Friends, God loves you and He wants you to have a good future. Kaya andyan ka ngayon kasi ginagamit niya yung sitwasyon and lahat ng tao palibot mo to prepare you as a person. Kasi I would often say, ang success ng negosyo wala sa negosyo kung hindi sa nagnenegosyo. Ang success ng isang marriage is hindi asawa mo kung hindi ikaw. Ikaw ang pinakaimportanteng elemento sa success mo in the future. God has placed you where you are because that is the best place for you to grow as a person. Sana natulungan ka ng lesson na to. Sana you will always see the good in your situation, not just the bad. When you start to do this, you are now a step closer to a depress-free life and a fruitful future. Kung natulungan ka ng lesson na to, can you share this to those na kailangan din maintindihan ito? Kaibigan, kamag-anak, kapamilya. Sana you would help me help them also. Maraming salamat and may God bless you.